Good day, this is Chilizimabungu from Chilizimabungu Financial Literacy Foundation. Today we are going to be continuing talking about financial literacy as we do all the time. Financial literacy not only in the name of how do you save money and how do you budget, because that's exactly what we always hear when it comes to money, but how do you make money? How do you make money? Because as we can talk about it, we also need to talk about the fact that we need to make this money first before we can budget it and spend it and also save it. And that is why today we are with a person who has tried different businesses. A lot of you may say, you know what, I have tried many things and nothing seems to work. And that is why today we invited somebody who say, you know, I'm a businesswoman, but I am now finding my feet. Before this, I went through a lot of businesses and I failed in many businesses, because we can't talk about people who are successful only. We have to talk about people who struggled also in business, so that at the end of the day you learn and understand that it's not easy in business, but it is possible. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.
For our viewers out there, please tell us your name and also your background. Where did you grow up? From the village, the township you come from, so that we can understand who you are. I don't want to mention your name. I want you to tell our viewers.
I'm Messi. I was born and raised in Alexandra Township, the Dark City.
Yes.
Yes. I'm from there. I studied there. My high school I did there. My father was a businessman. He used to have a spaza shop. I used to run the spaza shop. I used to go out as well and sell door to door.
Wow.
Selling toilet papers, selling necklaces, selling earrings. That's where I come from. And then it's like barking emagundwanin.
Yes.
Yeah, I grew up there. So after growing from emagundwanini, then I decided I grew up, obviously, and then I went to different schools. I attended at Valtech. I did paralegal at Valtech. And then I dropped out because my father and my mother divorced.
Oh.
I was about maybe 12, 13 when they divorced. And then I stayed with my mother. But my father continued to sponsor us with the education and all that. But when it was my second year, I think, and my father said, you know what, I don't have money anymore. And then I had to drop out. And then I worked. I found work. I worked at a retail warehouse.
Yes.
A big warehouse. I don't want to say.
Fine, yes.
Yes, a big warehouse. I was a computer operator there. I started in the call center and then went to the IT department. In the process of whatever that was happening, I had to learn. You know, when you learn stuff, when you get to work,
Yes.
and then they teach you this, they teach you that. I learned. And then I worked until 2013 there, and then I resigned,
Yes.
where I got my calling for business.
Okay, that's where the whole business thing comes
Yes,
in.
yes.
And it's not something that was new to you, because in Alex, you were already in business as you were growing up.
Yes.
But I want you to tell us about the life in Alex. A lot of people say Alex is the most dangerous place. Alex is this place where, you know, living there is very difficult. How are you living there as a child? Are you scared of Alex also when you are a child? Or you were living there as a normal child playing with other kids and you don't even mind the fact that I'm in Alex right now?
I was living there as a normal child. There were a couple of gangs that we grew up with. There were a couple of things that happened, but I lived there because I didn't have a choice. So that is why I had to make a choice when I grew up that I want to get out of Alex and be a better person. That is why I started doing business. Yeah.
Yes, yes, because the other thing is you will find people who are living there sometimes they say, you know what, I'm in drugs because I grew up in Alex. I'm doing crime because I grew up in Alex, and I was looking at people, the gangsters that were there and all these people. Then I became that. But you became different.
I became different because life is about choices. It it's what you want to be when you grow up. Like you get inspired by other people. I attended at Minerva High School. When we talk about Minerva High School, we are not talking about Model C schools. We are talking about location schools. And then you make a choice of what you want to be. You study more. You meet people with different speak different languages. You get inspired. You want to be like that. So it's about choices.
It's about choices.
Yeah.
And I want to emphasize that it's about choices.
It's about choices.
You cannot blame the situation.
Never. You
because
must.
You have choices.
Yes, you have choices. You have a choice that you have to make. That I want to be a better human being. I want to achieve more. I want my kids to achieve more because I've got twins.
Yes.
And they did LLB. So they
Wow.
both graduates of LLB. I've got my third one that is doing grade 11. So that is why I'm saying it's about choices.
Wow.
So whatever that I went through, I said, okay, I went to a locations high school, but my kids won't go to the same school, obviously. So you upgrade when you are a
Yes.
person. Yes.
Very true. And your background did not make your kids be disadvantaged.
Yes.
You allowed yourself to get out of the situation. By getting out of the situation, you allowed your offspring or your children to experience a better life.
Yes.
And that is why they are now graduates who are practicing law.
True.
Let's come to the time when you start running or starting businesses, becoming an entrepreneur. You can just go through the whole history of when you start. Don't leave anything out. Whatever you want us to know, please let us know, because people who are watching now want to learn from this. Tell us about the time when you lost your job and now you get into business.
Okay, I resigned, and then after resigning, I wanted to do an events company.
Yes.
So in the events company, I weighed my options, and I said, okay, let me do a party business. A party business that will specialize in jumping castles, in toys for kids, in cakes, when you want to do character cakes. If you want to do a party and then you want your character to be Spider-Man or Bluey or whatever, then you call me. Then I decorate, I come and decorate, and then I rent you a jumping castle and then a gazebo as well. I was renting out gazebos. So gazebos, jumping castle, and the whole party theme, then I did that. Okay, that went well with the renting and everything. And then I decided, okay, now it's expanding. Let me try and open a shop. Then I open a shop. Character, suits and toys, whatever that you can think about when you think about kids. When the kids come to my store, they used to cry. Mommy, I want this. Mommy, I want this on the windows.
Yes.
Then the mommy will come and then mommy will buy. So that was my store. Okay, fine. The rent was too much there. Like you would make money, and then after making money, you have to think about the rent. Rent was about 14,500. 14,500, then you have to stock. When you finish to stock, there's no money left. You can't pay yourself. You cannot pay anybody. I used to work there alone with my partner. Then we decided, okay, let's close shop. We closed shop, and then I went back to work again. I worked at a facility management company. I won't mention it's a big
Yes.
company as well. So I went there, worked until 2020. COVID hit, and then I got retrenched. I was a team leader there
Yes.
in a call center department, and then we were like doing financial management for banks, like all the banks that you can think of. We were doing financial management for those financial facilities for those banks. Okay, fine. COVID hit, got retrenched, and then I started over again. I thought, okay, what must I do? I went to schools. I went to sell outside the schools, ice cream, sweets,
Yes.
Snacks, whatever that you can think about. But I was not making a lot of money still. Okay, then I went again. I was thinking, oh, okay, what can you do now? I went to the taxi ranks. I went to sell now food because I know how to
Yes.
cook. I thought, okay, let me cook. Wake up in the morning at around 4 o'clock. There was a person who was talking about mokodu, and I know how tedious it is. Takes you about an hour to clean it up. Wake in the morning, prepare the food. When I went there, I was going with the already made food. So I sold about 6 months, I think, there. Rainy days, inside the gazebos flying when there are storms, when there are winds. But I persisted. And I said, oh, this thing as well is not working out, because I was making profit and then I had to pour petrol. I have to stock again. Okay, then I went back again. My husband said, this thing of yours is a waste. And okay, I went back again to the drawing board. I sold chickens, like whole chickens. Chickens, mautwana, gizzards, and necks. Like you pack them and then sold them. Yes, I was making a lot of money there.
Yes.
And then afterwards, my daughter got married.
Yes.
Now the kids have grown, and then my daughter got married. My daughter became pregnant, and then after she became pregnant, I had to be a granny.
Oh.
And I had to be a stay at home granny.
Yes.
So I had to take care of my daughter's baby. So that is why, Mr. Chilidzi, I came to financial literacy. I said, you know what? I went through. So that was my businesses. I sold perfumes. I sold bags. I sold belts. Like you can name it.
Yes. And all these things that you have told me, these are very well-known businesses
Yes.
out there. Businesses where you sell in taxi ranks. We see people selling there, and there's still people selling there even now. Businesses where, because it's so amazing that you have experienced all sides. You have experienced the completely informal business, and you have also experienced a very formal business where you have a store of your own, where you are renting and paying all these things. So you already know about these kind of things. And you also experience the situation where you are working in a township in a taxi rank, and you have experienced that. But one thing that I admire is that you are not choosy.
I'm not. I'm not. You can't be choosy while you want to be better. If you want to be better, then the best thing is to strive to get more, instead of saying, no, this one is not for me. The best thing is for me to take a back seat, or to go forward, or to sit. Persist. Persistence is what makes me to wake up in the morning. Consistency is what makes me to wake up in the morning. That is why I came to financial literacy again. When I heard different people were talking about businesses, and I said, oh, let me go back again to my drawing board and say, what is it that can work for me again in the business? environment. Because yes, the jumping castles are still going, the gazebos are still going, I'm still renting them out. So that part of the business is still
Still
growing, is still working. But the other part of businesses, they're not working.
Yes, and it's very true. And the thing is, what you have just done, you have just diversified your businesses because you have experiences from different businesses, and you have experienced the township, you have experienced the city. So, which means you can thrive any place, whether it's the city or it's the township. And because of your background also with your parents who had businesses, that on its own already says that you can run this thing.
True.
But there's one thing that maybe we are really ignoring: leaving the business to be a granny.
Yes.
Is it possible to do that when you're full-time employed somewhere?
No. I think there I made a mistake of neglecting my business, because if I should have continued, because like it was booming, if I continued, then it was going to be something big today. So
But you're not too late. The thing is, you are flexible when you run your own business. But the other thing is, we need to learn to delegate. A lot of times we want to do things ourselves.
but it was still starting.
Yes, I understand
It
that.
was still
I
starting.
understand
So
that.
I had to do everything. Be a marketer,
Yes.
be a salesperson, be a manager. So it was still starting. Yes.
And that is why we say not all businesses succeed.
Yes.
And some don't succeed not because the owner do not want to continue, but because of circumstances.
Yes.
And because of lack of support. And that is why we have what we call financial literacy, like now here in the podcast, where it's a corner where me and you can sit and talk about your situation and talk about your businesses. But then you will say, I failed on this, I failed on that. And there are a lot of people sitting now saying to themselves, I failed, but you're still alive.
I'm still alive. And I still have a lot of ideas. And I still dream, because I've got so many ideas. I can write a book, actually.
You should write a book.
Actually, I can write a book and even sell it.
That's the business you're going to do.
Yes. I've got so many ideas, because when you're sitting with people who have money, you realize that the gift that you have, they don't have. You see, like some people, they don't dream. Some people, they don't have goals. Some people, they don't get inspired. They just live. I've got a brother, let me say a cousin. A cousin, he's about 40 something, 42 years old. He's never worked in his life. So like when you ask him, like, what are your intentions? He doesn't have intentions. He doesn't feel anything. So that is why I'm saying, you know, you have a choice as a person. You have a choice of dreaming. You have a choice of making goals. You have a choice of getting the world to inspire you. Yeah.
And you know, when I was listening to you and we were coming to this podcast, my thinking was, this lady has lost it all. But it is not that you lost it. It is that you have bigger dreams.
Yes.
You have the jumping castles, you have all these things that you're hiring out, but you're saying this is not enough.
It's not enough.
I want something
Bigger.
bigger.
Like a toilet paper factory.
Wow.
Yeah.
So there are people who are sitting at home now. A young lady, you talked about something very profound now. You said there are people who don't dream or who don't have dreams. And we are under the impression that because we have dreams, everyone else has a dream. But for those who do have dreams, what is your inspiration to the young ladies out there? You are a woman. You entered the business space. You pushed. You went through a lot, but you are still saying, "I'm still continuing."
I would say to them, push until something happens. Um, it's easy to give up, Mr. Chilidzi, when we look at our surroundings, when we look at where we grew up, when we look at people who don't have goals and dreams. But the more you push, the more you work hard, is the more you're going to achieve. There was a guy who was here earlier. He spoke about sometimes he doesn't get motivated, but he motivates himself every morning
Wow.
to wake up. So I'm saying to them, motivate yourself. No one will look at your dream like you are looking at your dream.
Yes.
No one will look at your goal the way you look at your goal. Write them down. When you write them down, they become you.
Wow. That's amazing. And talking about goals, talking about dreams, the other thing and what we learn from your businesses is the fact that, especially the ones that you didn't close yourself, not just because maybe you were busy, like now when you were talking about, being a granny, which is
Yes.
the most wonderful thing. Besides being the granny, there are businesses that closed because you had too much of to pay for,
Yes.
like more expenses than the income. And a lot of times when these things happen is because we don't have mentors. We don't have people who are in the same industry, because you were not the only shop.
Yes.
There were other shops around. But these other shops, none of them
Closed.
closed.
Yes.
But none of the owners came to you and said, "My sister, we
Yes.
see that you are new. Can we accommodate you?
Yes.
Can we guide you?" Do you think there's lack of guidance and lack of support for small businesses in our country at the moment?
There is actually, and I won't say in our community, I would say in a black community. When you want to open a business or you need advices from like black people, it's very rare that you can get it. But the reason I'm in this financial literacy corner is because of I saw that you're giving advices to young people, you're giving advices to people that you don't know, you're giving advices to instant noodles.
Yes.
Instant noodles, she became big because of financial literacy. If it was not for financial literacy, she was not going to get big. So that is why, Mr. Chilidzi, we are here to guide people that, you know what, you can fail today, you can grow tomorrow. It's not too late.
Yes.
Don't rewrite your life. Don't write it off. Don't kill yourself. You still have days. You still have people like Mr. Chilidzi that can pull you from depression. You still have Mr. Chilidzi that can say, we can walk with you. You have people like Be Happy that motivates on Thursdays. I like to listen to her when she starts saying, ngwanyana omotuna, ngwanyana wadi BNB,
Yes.
ngwanyana o yentsweng hantle.
Yes.
So I like to listen to her because like you get few people that do that. You get few motivations. But because we are still here, we can grow people. We want black people to not to be afraid of money. We want black people to be able to stand up. Like if I'm a woman, let me stand up for myself so that when my husband passes, I can be able to pay the bills, Mr. Chilidzi. Because we see the husband goes, maybe the husband was the breadwinner. When the husband dies, kids are kicked off from houses because they can't pay. Houses get repossessed because kids can pay. Wife didn't know how to handle finances. So we are here, we want to teach people that you can survive after the storm. You can see I'm still standing and I'm still alive.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes. When you're talking about, for our viewers, when you're talking about people like instant noodles, when you're talking about BAP, these are well-known people on the social media
Yes.
space, and this is where they do their business.
Yes.
And they are people who, when they started, things were not nice, things were
Nice.
not good.
Yes.
But with help from other business people, they became who they became.
Yes.
And that is very important. That is very important to say. Small businesses are not getting that support. And if we are not getting support, we are going to support ourselves.
Yes.
We're going to come together as business people, and we have podcasts like
Yes.
this, and we motivate each other, we teach each other, and in such a way that we will grow together.
Yes.
And that is one thing that I wish in the next 3 years, when we sit like this again,
Yes.
we'll be saying that, you know what, that business that I started is
Yes.
back, that business is back, that one I just changed it here, and then
Yes.
it's now doing well. And we are now talking about employees, we're talking
Yes.
about how to manage them,
Yes.
and all. We have new problems.
Yes, we have new problems. New problems for rich people.
Yes.
Yes.
Nice problems.
Yeah, nice problems.
You see, the people out there will be thinking, these shows are for the rich.
Yes.
These podcasts are for those who made it, because that's what we see most of the time on podcasts. But we want to see ordinary people who are saying, I am from Alexander, I'm from your street.
Yes.
Kingwanyana Ola, the one that grew up in front of
Yes, and was
you
playing
guys.
a party.
Yes,
Yes,
with you guys.
and Mgusha.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
And here I am not giving up.
Yes.
I may not have achieved what I wanted to achieve, but I am not giving up, and I have achieved something.
Yes.
It's just that what I see as a small business that I own is not enough for me.
Yes.
I want to grow bigger. I want to be someone that young people, ladies, young girls, young boys will look up to and say, this is our mother, this is the
Yes.
lady that we look up to.
Yeah.
And still change Alexandra.
Yes.
Still change the place where you come from.
Yeah.
Because out of Alexandra, powerful people will come out.
Yes.
Through looking at people like you, looking at people like us who are from the villages, and saying, if they made it,
We can make it.
I can make it.
True.
When you were growing up, you talked about a business that your father was running. Was it a supermarket? Because back then there were supermarkets.
It
Or a
was
spaza shop.
Yeah, it was a spaza shop, but he was selling groceries and liquor.
Yes.
So he was making a lot of money from liquor then. Yeah.
And that is where you saw that business can make money.
Yes.
And even now, you still believe that businesses can make money.
True.
You have something that you look at and say, if a business is a business, it must be like this.
Yes.
And that is why you're saying, I have not done enough yet.
True.
Yeah. But I want you to also talk about raising your kids. You talked about this as if it was 5 years
Oh.
or 3 years. But you cannot raise an LLB graduate
Yeah.
in 5 years. This took long.
It took long.
Tell me about being a mother.
I would start saying Rome was not built in one day.
Yes.
Being a mother is hectic. Being a mother is hectic, Mr. Chiliti, because you have to take care of kids. Kids that you don't know how they're going to turn out tomorrow. Kids that you have to groom to be better people in future. Kids that you want to see succeed. From, I think my twins were, hey, I had struggled. From birth until they were 3, it's where I relaxed.
Yes.
They got sick. I had to take them to doctors. I had to do all sorts of things for them to be fine. When one was sick, the other one was sick too. So it was hectic. But I was fortunate to have a husband who cares,
Yes.
and to have a father that take care of the kids. He really helped me, and he's still helping me today. He's a wonderful man.
Wow.
He's a wonderful man. Sometimes when they say men must fall, I say which ones? Because
ones?
like we don't relate. Truly, there are good men out there, Mr.
Yes.
Chileti. They grew up in. Obviously, we were living in the back rooms then.
Wow.
Yes.
With the kids?
With the kids.
And your husband?
And my husband.
In Alex?
No.
No, you
we
moved out of
We
Alex.
moved out of Alex. We rented out in Kempton Park, but we were staying in a big room. Yes. We from 2002 to 2004. Yeah. Then we were living in the big room. We worked, and then now we said, okay, let's buy a house. We bought a house. Then we bought a house. 2006, we moved to our house. So my kids, twins then, they were 6. So you can imagine, from primary school to high school, it was not easy. Teenage stage, you have to tell a 17-year-old that no, your time to come at home, it's not 8 o'clock, it's 6 o'clock. You have to make rules for them. They have to live by the rules.
Yes.
They have to, sometimes it becomes hard because their counterparts, they're not living like that. So you have to be stricter, you have to be harder, but they grew. And with the grace of God, they are where they are. And Mr. Chilidze, I'm somebody who prays. I pray in the morning, every morning. I heard somebody who was here earlier said he's doing marketing around that time. And I'm praying around that time, 4 o'clock, 5
Yes.
o'clock. 2 hours of prayer, an hour of prayer in the morning. Every morning, I pray. So what is keeping me to be sane? Because when things happen sometimes in life, you lose it. So not to lose it, there is somebody who carries me. I'm living like that.
Wow. Wow. And you know why I wanted you to talk about your kids? I wanted you to understand that being a woman is not easy.
It's not easy.
And I wanted the viewers to also understand that being a woman is not easy.
It's not easy.
You know, as a man, I will not carry a child for 9 months.
Yes.
Then when I become a successful business person, I will say, you know what, women do not really understand this. They don't understand business, and that is why they are not as successful as us. But they have more responsibilities.
True.
I mean, you were taking care of children, running businesses,
Going to work. Coming back, cooking.
Coming back and cook.
Yeah. Doing the washing.
Yes.
Doing the cleaning.
Yes.
Doing the laundry.
Yes.
Because you had to do the laundry. At one point, I remember I had to hire somebody who will come and iron only. Iron, and then I will pack and then put them. So it's not easy.
And being married to a man who do not have a house.
Yeah.
I see certain programs talking about the fact that if you don't have a house and a car, you can't date me. And now they are crying that, men do not want us. How then did you come to a conclusion to say, I'm marrying this man, even though he doesn't have much? I am marrying this man, because this has to do with financial literacy, to be
Yes.
honest.
I chose the man because of his character more than money. his well-being as a man, his stature as a man, how this man will grow with you. Because my husband didn't have a car. He didn't drive a car. When we met, we were traveling with taxis, and he was living in Pretoria. So we used to use taxis to Pretoria, coming back this side. So we grew together. We bought the first car together, the second car together, the third car, the fourth car together.
Wow.
So we grew like that.
This is very important because the young girls, the young boys out there who are saying, I'm not going to have a partner who do not have money. But they don't have money themselves.
Yes.
Why do you want somebody to have money when you cannot have money yourself? You know, at your age, you know very well that you're still young, you're still growing. And that is why sometimes when money goes, even the relationship disappears.
Yes, even the marriages go. Because you loved that person because of whatever they have. So if you love the person for being a human being, it will help. When you love a person because maybe their bank balance is good, then when the money goes, the relationship goes. It's unfortunate. That is why we see a lot of marriages, they don't last. It's because of that. You love a person because he has something, not because of the person that that person is. So when you love a person because of their being, it's easy to love a person. Even if he doesn't have money, you still live with that person because you like his personality, his being. You know, just to exist, Mr. Chilis, if somebody can love you just to be you, then you become comfortable, even if the person doesn't have money.
Wow.
Because, you know, if they don't have money today, we can always make money tomorrow.
VIP says money flows.
Yes.
The money that is here today
Yes.
may not be there tomorrow.
Yes.
And if your decision was based on that,
Then-
that is something that can disappear.
Then it's
But the
wrong.
person remains.
Yes, the person remains. And you can build again. The money can come again.
And you were not a woman who said, I will sit and watch and wait for the husband to bring money home. You became somebody who said, I will go and work.
Yes.
And when you were working, when you resigned, you went and said, I'm starting a business.
Yes.
And you went and worked in your business. And you learned. And each and every business you did, you have reasons why things did not go right because you looked at them and you learn from that. And then when you go to the next business, you do things differently. But of course, all that was because you may have not had mentors who were there for you to mentor you, or people around you who will say, do this, do that, do this, and do that. So I'm happy that you managed to meet us, the financial literacy corner, the business corner, and all these other business people who are saying, we are ready to assist each other.
Yes.
So whatever you have now as a challenge, you are able to say, guys, here's the challenge that I'm facing. We sit down, we plan together. Like next year, we want to sit and plan together, you know, as small business owners.
Yes.
Instead of working against each other. And the reason why you ended up closing your shop is because the guys around you see you as a competition. They don't see you as a colleague. They don't see you
Yes.
as somebody they can help. When you go, they're like, yes, she's out, which means I'm going to be the one selling. But how many people walked past your shop? There were so many people. There were people who come to your shop and not prefer it and prefer the next one. But the help was not there. So we want to just change the way we think when it comes to business.
True.
And start thinking that we are one. We are all in the same boat. That is why there are unions for employees. Workers have unions. They are all working, they all want jobs, but they are all in one union.
Yes.
So that they can be a big group and help each other. Same should apply to businesses. You know,
True.
same should apply to businesses. What is the way forward from here?
Forward we go, obviously.
You still have your business, you still have your hiring of jumping castles and all these things. But where do you want to see yourself maybe in 10 years from now?
Sure.
You're still young, eh?
I'm not 50 yet.
Yes.
Is what I can say.
If you're not 50 yet, you're still young.
Yeah, I'm not
And
50 yet.
You still have a long way to go.
I still have a long way to go. I want to be a manufacturer of toilet paper. I still say that. Toilet paper business. I can't even sleep at night because when you look at the machines, they're expensive. But forward I'm going. That is why I'm saying I can write a book. There are so many businesses that I have. I'll write down whatever. But the chicken business, I'm going back to the chicken business again. It will be opened. And the guy that we spoke to last time, he said he'll guide me.
Wow.
The one that was here earlier on, he said, strive, and then we are going forward. So we're going forward with the chicken business. We're going forward with more businesses. There are about 5 businesses. So I want to tackle one at a time.
Yes.
But there are about 5. And the major one is the toilet paper one. Because we are using toilet paper every day.
We use it even here. I use
Even
one.
here. I saw when
you're sweating.
Yes, when
you
you're
go to the
sweating,
bathroom.
when you go to the bathroom, you need a toilet paper. When you want to wipe your hands, you using wipes. I want to be in the wipes one as well. Wipe businesses, packaging business. There's a lot. That is why I'm saying I can write a book.
One day, I don't know if you were there, we had a lady in the Mid-Val who's buying different types of machines overseas and bringing them here in the country. So we will connect you with there so that you can be able to find out more information.
Okay.
Besides that, it's not always that you have to buy the machine.
No.
Sometimes you can hire it.
Yes.
There's a lady in Limpopo. I want to tell you this because this is going to really motivate you. A cousin of ours in Limpopo who started a business of crushing bottles.
Yes.
They crush bottles and they sell these bottles to the manufacturers who are manufacturing bottles. So whatever bottle you have, and when we were growing up, we didn't know why there are people who will come and sell us salt for bottles or sell us something else for bottles. So those bottles are taken and they crush them. She used to crush, and they used to ask her, how do you crush? They were just trying whatever, they would put these bottles inside something and then they crush it from there, and then it was dangerous. Just to find out that somebody will come and say to her, you know, this thing that you're doing is very dangerous and it's very slow because you're doing it manually. There is a man who had a crushing machine not far from here, 10 kilometers from here. He started the business, but now he passed on. The kids do not know what to do with the machine. Would you mind buying that machine? And she said, okay, let's go. She went there. She found the machine for half the price that you would find that machine and buy it from a manufacturer or the overseas. And she has a machine now.
Sure.
She's making many bags per day. And she just had a dream that one day I want to do this. So I'm believing that whatever you want to achieve, you can achieve.
True.
You dream it.
Yeah.
You dream it
And
work towards it.
Yes.
And when we're coming, we're starting a new year now, like now. It is this type of conversation that we must start having, where we are dreaming. I want to start a toilet paper business. I want to start a meat business. I want to start this type of business. And that's exactly the mindset that we must start having. So you already have your New Year resolutions.
A lot. A lot. What I have to do is just to do it. because they say you can dream, but if you don't start, then nothing will happen. So whoever that wants to start a business, young people that are out there who want to, whom they want to do something, they must do it. It doesn't matter, Mr. Chilidzi, where you're starting. The fact is, where do you want to see yourself in 5 years from now, in 10 years from now? Do you want to see yourself in the same room, or do you want to see yourself in somewhere, in a different room, in a bigger house, in corporate? Do you remember when you register in tertiary, you don't know if you are going to complete the degree.
No.
But if you have a goal that in 5 years, I will have this. That is why we have doctors today. That is why we have engineers today who have strived, who didn't have sleep, who wanted something and they achieved. So we're starting this year again. 3 years from now, we'll be shaking hands
Yes.
and say we
Wow.
did it.
Wow. And I want to see that.
Yes.
I want to see that happening. I want us to go back and visit this podcast and
Yes.
say, this is where we started.
Yes.
This is where the dream was cooked.
Yes.
And then this dream is a reality now.
Yes, it is.
Oh, wow, this is beautiful. You talked about something earlier, about your education.
Yes.
Your education, you went to school and then you talked about dropping out and all those kind of things. Did you finish your qualification?
I went back again. I went to UNISA. I registered, and then I did paralegal at Valtech. And then I didn't finish that. I went to Damelin. I completed, I had a diploma in bookkeeping. That was completed in 2008, I think.
Wow.
And then afterwards, while I was working, I went again to school. I did A plus, N plus for IT. Do you remember I said to you, I got a job, but I had to learn from whatever that I was doing. So I did A plus, N plus, and then because I was working in the IT department. And then I went again to school because I wanted to work with people.
Yes.
So I did HR, BCom HR. And then I dropped out when I resigned.
Yes.
So while I was in the COVID period, not working, I had to go back to school. And then I'm a third year student, Mr. Chilidzi, left with about 6 modules to complete.
Wow.
So next year it will be my graduation year. I'll be wearing my gown.
The good thing about this is that you have children who have graduated.
Yes.
At this age, you may say, for what? I'm graduating for what? I have graduates at home. My kids have graduated. They will be laughing at me going back to school and studying and wanting to have a degree.
And they're the ones who are motivating me because I told them, you know what, I didn't have time to study. I had to make you guys, I was raising you. I had to push you guys to get to where you are. So they are actually motivating me. Mommy, go back. And I think we are heading there. I want to be a PhD granny.
Wow.
So I'm going there. After that, I'll be doing a postgrad.
Yes.
Yes, honors, and then after honors, masters, and then PhD. When I get to 70, then you'll be saying, wow, what an achievement. You know what? I like to motivate kids to go back to school because, Mr. Chilidzi, kids are getting grants.
Yes.
They have kids and they get grants, but grant is not enough
No.
to hold you. Grant is not enough to sustain your life.
No.
So you can have 3 kids, you can have 4 kids, but look at it in a bigger and broader way that when I go back to school, I can achieve more than getting a 750 grant or 450 grant that I will be getting for 5 years, and I won't be growing in that money. You'll be going back and back and back in your life instead of saying, I want to push, I want to be something in life.
True.
I want to achieve this in life. So I am appealing to young people to take care of themselves. I'm appealing to women to stand. I'm appealing to mothers who have given up that you can go on. You can go back to school. You can achieve. You can be something in life. And when you die, people will have learned something from you.
Talking about dying, you know, uh, we do memorial services
Yes.
most of the time, and sometimes you would advise that it's not necessary to do a memorial service for this person
Yes,
because there's nothing much to talk
to
about.
talk about.
You'll get there and then there's nothing.
To talk about.
Speakers will come in front, but they have nothing that they can talk about. But you don't want to be such a human being that the only thing that they'll say, she was born,
Yes,
she went to school,
yes.
got married, had 3 kids, and died.
That's it, died.
You want to be remembered as a lady, a woman, a mother,
Who
a
lives-
businesswoman
yes.
who lived and left a
A
legacy.
legacy for kids, for grandchildren, and grandchildren will be proud and said, "Oh, my granny actually went to school at this age, so I want to be a better person and finish my doctorate when I'm 23 or when I'm 25." That is a legacy.
And no child wants to be less qualified than their
Yes,
grandparents.
yes,
They want to be something better. So you're pushing, the goal to
Yes.
the goalpost to doctorate.
yes.
And I'm telling you, some of them will say, "I want to be a
I
doctor
want to
too."
be a doctor tomorrow. So that is what we're trying to achieve.
You came to the right place.
Thank you.
Financial Literacy Corner is where you belong,
Thank you.
and you are part of the team now. And we are encouraging other businesses to do the same.
Yes.
I didn't want to talk about this, but with these few minutes that is left, I want to talk about this.
Yes.
When we are talking about businesses like yours, we created something called the Biz Mall.
Yes.
The Biz Mall is an online mall, and you know now about it, where you can go and list your business for a very small amount. Why do we want to do that? No one is giving opportunity to small businesses that are growing. And you go and try and compete with big organizations in a mall that is the real mall that we know, but you're going to pay so much rent. You just said it.
Yes.
There's so much rent that you need to pay if you're hiring a place. But you could have sold exactly the same things inside an online mall.
Yes.
The same kids who browse their phones day and night would have picked up those toys there and say, "Oh, mommy, look at this. I want this toy. I want this jumping castle. I want this service that mommy is offering." And they'll call you, they order, and you sell to these people. They can order online, they can do everything.
True.
They say the biggest transport business in the world do not own a taxi. The biggest shopping app in the world do not own a store. And the biggest businesswoman in South Africa may not even need a building to be able to be successful. And that's exactly where you're going now. So we created this mall because of these challenges. And that is why we wanted you to come and tell us about the challenges you went through in business. It's not only you. There are many mothers out there who are trying to balance their motherhood and balance business. There are many young people out there who are saying, "I just want somebody to hold my hand and allow me to make this business work." So that is why we have BizMall. That is why we have WhatsApp groups of business people. That's why we have the podcast like this one. That's why we have the Business Corner where you do lives on TikTok and talk about these things. So I really appreciate the fact that you came and see us today.
Thank you for the opportunity as well.
Tell me, what can you say to the people who are watching now, be it women, be it men, be it young stars who are graduating from school and sitting at home and saying, "There's no jobs"?
We have financial literacy, Mr. Chilidzi. We have that WhatsApp group that we have opened. We have the podcast that we are doing in the morning. Let them come. We are inviting them to come and join us. They say together we can build something. When barking ka sevenda ke batlo etsa ka sevenda hore ha re le group
Yes.
barking ha re tshwarane
Hey.
we can strive and go places. You know, we want to see things that have already grown. We want to see things that are already in operation. We don't want to start small. But Busy Corner, our WhatsApp group, we're still in the beginning stage. And we can carry ourselves and we can go far. So they must come to our corner, we'll grow together.
Yes.
They mustn't be afraid. There are people who will groom them. There are people who will guide them. There are people who will show them that, you know, financing, you can't do anything without finance. You need finance in your life. We failed in schools. We failed in businesses because our schools, they don't cater financial literacy. We don't have financial literacy. We have accounting that is there,
Yes.
but until to a certain level, because I did accounting at school, but it caters you until a certain level. When you grow, you feel that, oh, actually money, it's needed. When you wake up, it's money. You go brush your teeth, is money. You go wash your face, is money. You eat breakfast, is money. You turn the TV, it's money. So everything is money.
Yes.
It revolves around money. So we need money. We mustn't crush money. So when we grow up, they say money is the root of all evil. I'm changing it, Mr. Chilidzi. I say we need money. You need money to be alive. You need money. You need money. You needed money to come here.
Yes.
Because you had to pour petrol to come here. So let us groom our kids. Let us show them that not working, you can work for yourself. You can be your
Yes.
own boss.
You don't have to wait.
You don't have to wait for somebody to hire you and tell you that you are great or you are not great. So we need people like you to hold us, to go with us, to show us that we can live, to show us that we can create things out of nothing.
Yes.
Businesses can grow. We can be like McDonald's. We can be like KFC. Because the founder of KFC started KFC while he was playing. He didn't think that KFC will be bigger. So we are just afraid to start. Let us start as black people. Starting with Busy Mall. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you. We really appreciate you being here. For viewers out there, this podcast is for you. It's for you to learn, for you to grow, for you to see other people who may have been successful or failed in anything, who do not give up and don't give up out there. If you don't want your money to disappear like airtime, subscribe for more tips.